For the understanding of this revision presentation, we will use the example of a chocolate-making organisation. We will start with the introduction of the business structure. From the use of a narrow span of control, we ensure top-notch communication with all employees. The manager is never rushed off his feet. Craig McLeod gets it easy. Speaking of the manager, Big Craig, he has an important role within our business. He is a cop with a stutter and he commands, controls, coordinates, organises, plans, delegates, usually to Judd, and always motivates Katie, like a manager should do. His inspiration? Henri Fayol created the management principles which are still used today 150 years after McLeod was born. He said, just like McLeod, to manage is to forecast and plan, to organise, coordinate and to control. With the help of Craig's HR team, only the best of the best are recruited. The team, led by Anne, employ a process of recruitment which starts with the identification of vacancy and job analysis, followed by the preparation of a person specification and job description. Five's Feel Good Station get involved and advertise the vacancy because only the creme de la creme listen to Kingdom FM. Selection is as intense as recruitment, with a demand for a high level of production staff, beginning with the analysis of application forms, CVs and references. Craig will decide who he would potentially employ. Testing is next, depending on the type of business you have, but for the purpose of this example, in our chocolate making organisation, no tests are required. Finally, Craig conducts his famous one-to-one interviews, asking similar questions to all candidates for easy comparison. The operations department, managed by Dawn, are responsible for the making of the product and, as McLeod would say, good quality materials means a good quality final product. From the beginning of the process, known as the input, quality materials are used such as a high standard of cocoa beans, then the process, which is the making of the chocolate bars from the cocoa beans. And finally, the output, which involves the final product being sold to people like Bob, your average punter. The three types of production are important, especially flow for Craig. Flow involves a few folk in a production line passing the product on to the next person, adding something new every time. Job production is just much more expensive, as it's a one-off job. The big building you see sticking out like a sore thumb in a tune made by job production. In order for a business to operate efficiently, we need some help from Jackie Chan. His method of Kaizen makes sure there ain't no flaws in our production processes. If we have a flawed production process, we lose money, and if this happens, Brian the finance guy sorts us out with a bank overdraft. An example of short-term finance. Brian's day-to-day job involves creating accounting information. The biggest one he does every year is called the trading profit and loss account. It's broken down into two parts. The trading account, which works out how much profit or loss is made, as well as the cost of goods sold, The profit and loss account calculates the net profit, which is the profit made after expenses have been deducted. Cash budgets, they're different gravy. Pisto uses the same pricing strategy as us. Penetration pricing is when the product is initially priced low and is increased over a period of time, and this is employed to attract customers. Jackie Chan, Dawn, Brian, Anne and Big Craig all help to teach us what we need to know for the higher business exam. Now, it's down to you. Don't get a dose of the Judds, because if you fail your exam, McLeod will give you a scud.